Hey everybody, Xdesign 101 here, and this is the first request tutorial. Some people might not be using the sample UI. I can totally understand that. So if you want to make your save or menu window so that you can save your game and log out of the game, which closes the game completely for you, this is the tutorial you're going to want to watch. Mumbles McGee over here. This is still the same day from the previous video that I might have posted. I'm still not feeling the greatest, but I feel good from my vacation, so let's get on with this, shall we? First off, we're just going to go ahead and get right into our UI. We're going to want to create a canvas in our scene here. We're going to leave the canvas as is. Inside the canvas, we're going to want to name it here. Canvas general, because we want to make sure that we only have one canvas in our scene instead of many canvases. So this will be our general canvas. Inside of the canvas, we will now create a panel. Let's center the panel here with our anchor. Let's size it out. I don't know. We'll go with like 350. Whoops. 350 by like 250, or even better. We'll just go 300 by 300. That'll work good enough. So that panel will be our background. Now inside of our panel background, we're actually going to want to call it not panel background, but we're going to call it panel menu. This way we know that this is our menu. Now everything we're going to want for our menu will be built inside here. So let's go ahead and create 3 buttons. Let's get the width going up here like this. 265. I don't know what it's too big. 45, yeah, we'll do 45. Text, save, slot 1. And then button, save, slot 1. Now we have 3 save slots here, so let's duplicate this 3 times, change up their names here. It's going to be 2, 3, we don't need that. Drag this one up a little bit. That one can stay like that. This one can lower down a bit like this. There we go. There's our 3 buttons. Inside here we're gonna actually want to we're gonna want to cast an event in here. So on our panel right here, we're going to want to put our Plygame ply blocks right here. We don't need to do anything with it yet, but let's go ahead, drop our menu right here, grab our function, trigger event, do this with all of them. Menu, function, trigger event, on click, drag menu, function, trigger event. Alright, so now these are all good to go. This will be triggering their own event. So save slot 1, save slot 2, save slot 3. Now we want an exit button, so UI button. So log out. we want this button to also be centered here. 300. No. What was the size of this button again? 265 by 45. Okay. That works. The text will be logout. Go down a little lower than the save buttons here. For some reason the text didn't text in or something. What's going on with the text of this button? That is so weird, guys. Anyways, okay, so remove the text, UI text. There we go, that works. We'll center that text out there. We'll do this, and we will call it logout. Let's continue now by adding a on-click menu event, and we want logout. I guess because this isn't really an online game, you could just put exit game or something, but we'll use logout for this. Doesn't really matter as long as they get the idea of what the button does. So there's our 4 buttons. Now we're actually going to want to put some text up here so they know what's going on. So we'll put text. Let's center this out, do this. Let's put this at the top of the window here. Zero it out. Bring it down a bit to like here. Text. Pause menu. Pause menu. Sweetness. Okay, we want to bring this up to about 18 in size. This text is going to be text header Alright, well now we can start working under the hood. For one, we probably want one more button here that'll actually allow us to close this. So let's actually create another button here. We'll actually make this 45 by 45, and we'll just put an X on it. Here, big X, sweetness. Feel free to size your button however you want. Close, we'll call it button close. This header should probably go here. This needs to go back into here. Brilliant. We need to go up here like this. 0 and 0. That's where we're gonna leave it for now. Cool. We need to give it its event or set it up so we can write an event in there, and it'll be close. So now we can open up and start making our events here. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6 events. So create our state, add a custom event. We're going to name this SaveGame. Let's see here. We're going to go all the way to IO. We're going to grab the SaveGame block. It's just in the load save Plygame right here. SaveGame. We want to save game to slot current. This is where people might get confused, but we're going to grab a variable. We're looking for the temp int, and we're going to name it param1, and voila, that is going to save the game. We could also set the text of some stuff too. We'll get into there in a minute here. let's see, save game to slot. Perfect. Well, let's just go ahead and create our next one, which would be our save slot 1. Save slot 1. We'll save slot 2. Custom save slot 3. Alright, now we want to go into our flow, find our trigger event block under system, drag that into there. We are going to be triggering the event SaveGame. Anytime we click one of these 3 save buttons, it's going to save game, but each trigger event is going to send a param1 of a different number. So we're going to grab a integer, and we're going to start off with 0. We can just copy this right here, paste it right here, switch the integer to 1, copy this whole thing again, paste it, and switch the param1 integer to 2. So it's 0, 1, 2, but in the eyes of people it is 1, 2, 3, the way we've been highlighting everything with numbers visually. So now when I click on any of these save buttons here, physically it'll save the game with the noted param, so in the proper slot. Now a few things that we can do as well. One second here, sorry I was a little itchy. So we need our close and our logout. That's what we need. So we want our close and our logout. So closing this is pretty simple. We're literally just going to grab object, scroll down to object, and we're going to look for enable disable. We're going to go straight for a disable, and we're going to find child by name. So we are trying to find the child panel dash menu inside canvas dash general. So that's what we're disabling when we press the X button. Perfect. Now when we click the logout button, we want to we could save. So let's say the person forgets to save. We might want to make it like a good thing that we saved slot 1 maybe at all times this way. But if you don't want to do that, because let's say you use the slots in general to save data, so like you saved a slot 1, that's your main save, which would make sense. But if you save to another slot because you're unsure if you need to go back there again, this would help. Well, it wouldn't help. It would help and it wouldn't help, because when you press logout, it'll always save to slot 1 instead. Well, not instead, but it'll at least save the game for you, where if you forget to save the game. So we're gonna save the game again. So we're just gonna grab this save game block. So go to the IO, find save game, and save game to slot current. So whatever the slot is, we could do that, but I don't want it to go into those other slots. So we're just going to go ahead and grab our integer right away, and we're going to put it right into 0, which is actually 1 to everybody else, like I was saying. So we're going to save the game. Then we're going to go back to our IO. No, it's not the IO. We need to go to our flow. We need to grab our exit game. So that's going to save the game to slot, and then it's going to exit the game. So that is how we log out. So now everything is doing something, but what we really want to do now is, how are we going to notice when there's information saved in these slots? Well, to do this, we're actually going to add another text. So this will be changed to text dash name text dash name Alright, go ahead, duplicate that text, switch it from name to info. Go ahead, we're going to want to lower that a little bit here and raise this a little bit here. So we'll probably go -10 and the info will be like 10 as well. No, how about we'll do like 13 and 13. That's what we'll do. That'll look decent. 13 and 13. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Duplicate this. -13 and then 13. I think this one should have been 13. Yeah, and then this one's the -13. Switch this name to info. Do this one more time. I know this is really tedious work, guys, but what can you do? This is making a game for you, right? This is going to be -13. -13. This info is actually just going to go like this. Empty it because there is nothing saved to it yet. So we'll just put we'll put 0/00/00. That's what we'll do, just so that you know that it's going to show date information. So yeah, we'll be keeping track of the recent save via the date. So we're actually going to also want to add a component to this. We're going to add Plygame component to each button here, the main part of the button. We'll just type in Plygame here, it's faster. Alright, now on the first button, we are just going to add a state, and on update, and we are going to want to update that. So we want to go to GUI, set text from the UGUI, and then we want to go to our IO, and we want to get slot date time. So slot current, so this is slot 1. So that means we're going to go to common, grab integer, and put 0. And we can just drag and drop the text info like this because it's parented to it, so it's not going to lose it since it's in the scene. We can do that. We could technically now just copy this, load into this one here, do this, custom, on update, paste that in, switch this to 1, drag in the other info box here because they have the same names, but you got to make sure that you properly drag them in. You know what I mean? Now we're going to want to copy this again, go to our save block 3 here, and do this one more time. Oh man, rusty voice. This is really annoying. And now to 2. And then the last info. Control save. And that there is your panel menu. You could change it to pause menu, but then I'll have to change the naming convention quickly. So we will do that anyway. So our close button, it's looking for menu. We'll call it pause menu. Is there anything else looking for menu in here? No. Okay. And now we can rename this to pause menu. Pause menu. Shit, I didn't save it. Most of everything was in the pause menu. Okay, save game. We're not really trying to access anything but right here with that. Alright, perfect. So everything should now be working. In the general canvas right here, you're probably going to want to add apply blocks. We're going to want to go into our menu here, input definition. Inside our input definition, we'll scroll down here. Actually, scroll up. We'll plus on our actions here, so add new input definition. We're going to call this this squiggly. We won't give it an actual name because yeah, screw it. And then its screen name will also be the squiggly. The button, we will add one button. Press the plus sign on the button here. Key, it is, I forget what it's called. Oh, whoops. Let me see here. Semicolon, colon. Okay, my bad. Right parent quote, no. Excellent double quote, hash. Right parent, no. At risk plus greater underscore. Where is it? I guess it is one of these ones at the beginning here. It's not an exclamation mark, it's not the double quote, it's not the hash, it's not the dollar. Plus, no, not the comma. Colon, less, equals, no, greater, brackets, no. The back quote? Man, I don't even really know what this this symbol is actually. A caret? Maybe? Okay, well, for now, I'm gonna pause this and figure this out, so. Alright, so it's normally called the tilde, but in Unity it's actually back quote, which is kind of random, but I guess that works as well. Thank goodness for Google, right guys? So just set that into there. So now you have your new custom action added into Plygame. Now we're gonna want to add a on update another in the canvas general apply blocks that we added before the quick pause. And what we're going to want to do here is whoa. What is it I want to do again? Oh yeah, to be able to open the pause menu. I don't know why we did it with tilde and everything actually. We're not making a command window, so haha. Let's actually go back here, quick things, into the input definitions. Let's delete this input and make a new one and actually make it properly named. Let's call it ESC because that's what it is. We're going to be escaping. Add a button to it. Click the escape here. Much easier. We didn't have to get lost doing the tilde and everything. Sorry, but now you know what tilde / back quote is in case you guys decide to follow along with possibly one of my command prompts. So this way you make a command prompt inside your game, so this way if you know certain codes you'll be able to cheat. but other players won't be able to unless they learn the codes to the game. So you could add cheat codes to your games with the command prompt if you guys wanted to. So that'll be another one of those optional side videos. But most people have those in the game anyway for administrative purposes. So we'll definitely be doing some of that. So what we're gonna do now, that's all good to go and set up. We need an if, so flow if. Now we need to go to input, find button go down. We're gonna click on this little square thing down here, actions. We're gonna click our escape. So if escape button goes down, we want to open up our menu. So we want to objects, enable, find child by name. Oops, didn't click that. So we're gonna find panel dash pause menu inside canvas general. Alright, so now we can disable that, keep the canvas enabled though obviously. So now we can press play. New game. Now if we press escape, boom, we have our pause menu. If we click save game, boom, we now have our save data right here that just popped up. If we go and move around here now and wait a few seconds, and boom, save data, as you can see the seconds have changed. So it now keeps track of everything similar to the way as if you were using the sample UI. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't think I missed anything for this small little tutorial. It's just mainly an add-on to how to make your own pause menu for people who don't want to use the sample UI, because the sample UI comes with all of this flawless, no problems at all. And the logout button, it's not going to work, but as you can see, it changed the save data to slot 1. Quick things. So if I wait a few more seconds and I press logout again, it'll keep changing the save data. If we were playing on a built version for Windows, it would close the game completely. You press the X, it's obviously going to close this. You press escape, it'll open that again. We could have did like a little bit of a variable if then, so that if you press escape again it would close, but the X button's a little bit better for the pause. As you can see, it's not actually pausing the game for us, so we're going to go ahead and make it do that before we actually end this, because it is a pause menu, so we kind of want it to pause. So let's add a bool and call it opened. That's going to be in our panel pause menu. And now when we go into our panel here, canvas, go into our canvas. Right here when we're enabling this, we also want to set our variable to opened. So let's do that here. So variables, set local variable, opened in self. No, opened in this game object here. To let's go to common. We need boolean. We need to set it to true. So this way, when it's true, we can pause the game. Actually, I'm trying to think right now if this is actually highly needed or not. Because when we open it, I can pause the game. Yeah, no, this actually isn't needed, so we can just go skip this. This is only needed if you're doing everything more runtime, but because we're kind of like stopping the game as soon as this panel opens. So instead of this variable, we can remove it. We can just go straight into this and just go character, and we want to enable disable control. Let's see if there's maybe a pause flow Load level, unpause game. So we want pause and unpause game, so that's what we want. So we want to pause the game. So flow system unpause, pause, that's the block. It's going to pause the game for us right now. And now we go back into our apply blocks of the pause menu. We're going to find our close button, and we are going to go back to was it flow? Yeah, and we're going to unpause the game. So continue. There we go. So now we save and we press play. I can continue. As you can see, all our save data has continued. I never added a back button here, but yeah, let's just continue from this data here. Everyone's got their animations and everything. Now I am going to press escape, and I can't move my camera anymore. Any NPCs that would be moving at all, like walking around, they would stop in place. So like it's pausing the game, it'll keep their animations running because that looks at least a little decent. So it'll keep their, it'll put them straight into idle until you return to the game, and then they'll start walking. So if I want to properly show you this in action, I am going to drop our monster here. So NPCs, we'll grab him, put him over here, and we'll just click play. We gotta click save because we're playing. Gotta love it. So this new game, click continue, forces us to start the new game. Canvas main menu on update, target is invalid. I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna look into it and update a video for you guys and see what that is. But anyway, he's coming at us. We will press pause. You can see he just stopped and went straight into a idle. We press this, he will just start walking again. Pressing pause will protect you in game. No worries about it. I am now going to hunt for whatever this small thing that doesn't look like it did very much to us, but I'm gonna hunt for it and see what it is anyway. So it's in the on update of the canvas main menu. So and it's the GUI set interactable and the find child. So anyway, have fun guys, thanks for watching. This was again a request video from someone, so hopefully this really helped you. Sorry that it had a little bit of mumbo jumbo in it, and this error that popped up has nothing to do with you. It actually has something to do with the menu tutorial, so I am going to fix that. Take care guys.